Hi, everybody. I have Kathy here today, and she is one of my clients. And I asked her today if she could do an interview on her experience with me and just talk a little bit about her journey and how um, her experience was with working with me. And so this is Kathy. Thank you,
Hi,
Kathy.
thank you for having me.
And so I want to ask you first, where were you in your life before you came to me?
Well, at the time when I first met you, I was in a very heavy hearted place. I had lost a few family members and was just struggling deep inside with the loss of the family members in my life. So I was just really struggling trying to figure out why and how to deal with it.
Okay. And so I remember you came to a medium circle. That was your first experience.
I did. I happened to be on Facebook one day and I was just looking around and somebody had shared your page and I immediately looked at it and I thought, maybe this is something that could just help guide me through this pain. I wasn't sure exactly what to expect, but I thought, you know, I'm going to give it a try and maybe just sit back and listen. And maybe there's somebody else there that's feeling the same way I am. And whatever I can take out of it would be a positive thing.
Okay.
So,
So what drew you to me the most? What was that like for you?
well, like I said, I had lost some people in my life. And really what inspired me to contact you was that I do have a belief within myself that when people pass, I feel like their spirit is still around us. And I've always felt that, but I just needed to learn more about that. And when I started to read your website and listen to some of the people that had made comments on there, I thought, well, maybe this is something that you could help guide me through. And so I reached out in hopes that maybe I could contact one of my loved ones that had passed and try to deal with some of the pain I was feeling.
Okay. And so when you came and experienced that time in the medium circle, explain to people what that was like after you left. What did you get out of that encounter?
Well, actually, the first circle that I went to was amazing because it was more of, I actually sat back and just kind of watched everybody else and watched their reactions to what you were saying to them, watched their emotions and how they were processing a lot of it. And it was a good feeling. It made me feel like some of the beliefs that I had inside were actually valid and were real feelings.
Okay. And so, what shifts have you experienced in your life after? I know we've done house clearings, we've
Yes, we
done
have.
several group circles in your home,
Yes.
we've done different healings. So, tell everybody the shifts that you've have experienced because of those things.
Well, what I want to say about that is that it allowed me to open my mind up and it allowed me to grieve the pain that I was feeling. It allowed those that I've lost in my life to come forward and connect with me and let me know that they are there. There was things that were happening in my home, things that were happening around me, and I couldn't explain them, but I knew that they were valid things that were happening over and over. And so those things came up in the readings that I had with you, validated those things, and allowed me to move forward.
Okay. So what can you tell others about your experience to help them understand, or if they've been thinking about coming to a circle or doing a reading, what would you tell a person that is skeptic or that's just been pondering, but they really haven't tried it out or experienced something like this? What recommendation or what insight can you give somebody?
Well, what I can say regarding that is that everybody has their own experience, and everybody has feelings inside that are unexplainable, and whether they be good or bad, uh, we have to process them. And I had a lot of feelings that I was processing, and what happened was you allowed me to go deep inside, acknowledge some of the things that were bothering me I didn't even realize, and they came out slowly. The process is painful, it's very hard, but the end result, you feel lighter, you feel better, you feel like you've grown inside and out. You've become a better person, a stronger person.
And so I want to thank you for allowing this time and this space to be vulnerable and tell your story, because I know it's hard for somebody to tell their story and
is.
be vulnerable.
It
So
really
I want to
is.
thank you for allowing this space and helping not only other people, but telling your story that helps you in your healing process.
Yes, and I want to thank you for taking the time to share your gift and help me. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I thank you all for watching and listening, and I want you to know that this is true stories, and that if you are looking for answers, you are looking for guidance, this is exactly where you need to be. This is the experience that you can have, whatever your situation is. There is help out there, there is guidance, there is direction, whether it's with me or somebody else. The answers are there. And use your intuition to guide you to the right person and the right situation for you. When that pull is calling you, there's a reason for it. And so I want to thank you all for listening and joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you all. Thank you for listening. Really appreciate it, and have a happy day.
Thank you.